There are some nightmarish, dangling roads that challenge every driver. In today's video, we explore the world's most crooked roads, starting with Lombard Street in San Francisco. Although only 182 meters long, Lombard Street is known as the world's most crooked street, with 8 sharp turns created not only to attract tourists, but also to overcome the dangerous slope of Russian Hill in San Francisco. With a natural slope of 27%, Lombard Street was too dangerous for vehicles in the early 20th century. So in 1922, people designed a winding brick road to reduce the slope, both ensuring safety and creating a unique feature in the middle of a luxurious neighborhood. In the summer, tourists crowd sidewalks and balconies to take photos of Lombard Street, which is ablaze with flowers as it curves around the bend. Despite the inconvenience to residents, the street remains open and has become an iconic San Francisco landmark. In addition to its popularity, Lombard Street is often congested during the tourist season. In 2014, the city proposed a reservation system due to safety and livability concerns, especially after a hydrant accident caused chaos. Lombard Street's curves are an elegant architectural solution, not a geological challenge. Ironically, this less than 2-block stretch of road is more famous than many majestic mountain passes, with visitors willing to wait hours just to drive down the hill in less than 5 minutes. Oh no! Oh my God! Strong winds have pushed a giant cruise ship straight into the dock. So what can't we do with our fingers? Oh my God! Leaving Lombard Street in San Francisco, we next come to Commonwealth Avenue in the Philippines, the busiest urban street in the world. Coming to number 14, Commonwealth Avenue in the Philippines is known as one of the most important and busiest roads in the capital Manila. Stretching nearly 12 kilometers with up to 18 lanes, it is considered the giant avenue of the Philippines. This is the widest road in the country, always packed with vehicles and associated with the endless traffic jams of the capital Manila. At night, this road is lit up with endless car lights. The stream of vehicles is still dense, like streaks of light moving constantly, creating a bustling but also suffocating scene in the heart of Manila. The route is not only the lifeblood of Manila, but also a vivid symbol of the busy, noisy, and challenging pace of life of a city that never sleeps. Leaving Commonwealth in Manila, we head to the Hana Highway in Hawaii, a road that skirts rainforests and stunning waterfalls. In the midst of Hawaii's paradise, the Hana Highway is a breathtaking coastal masterpiece, where enchanting beauty meets challenge, making it unforgettable for anyone who passes through. Stretching over 100 kilometers, featuring over 600 sharp turns and nearly 60 narrow bridges, it skirts cliffs, rainforests, and waterfalls, making for a journey that is both breathtaking and challenging. Behind its enchanting beauty, Hawaii's Hana Highway is known as one of the most dangerous coastal roads, with hundreds of sharp turns and heart-stoppingly narrow bridges. The entire Hana Highway appears like a vivid picture of Hawaii, where green mountains, white waterfalls, and immense ocean blend together, creating a majestic and poetic scene throughout the journey. From the idyllic beauty of Hawaii's Hana Highway, the journey takes us to China's Galong-La Tunnel, where the road is carved into the eerie rock. Amidst the majestic Himalayas, the famous Galong-La Tunnel is a dangerous passageway, where breathtaking beauty meets extreme challenges that leave anyone who passes through breathless. Way cut directly into the sheer cliff face, narrow enough for just one lane, with natural windows opening out to look down into the abyss. The tunnel was dimly lit and the road surface was rough, making every trip extremely stressful. Inside the tunnel is dark, many sections are rough and slippery, and outside is often covered in fog, making the journey even more terrifying. Winter on the Galong-La Tunnel is filled with ice and snow, thick fog, and bitter cold winds, making the slippery road surface a life-or-death challenge. In short, the Galong-La Tunnel in China is a daring masterpiece through the mountains, both overwhelming with majestic scenery and haunted by the dangers lurking at every turn. Leaving the ruggedness of the Galong-La Tunnel in China, the journey continues to Bihoro Pass in Hokkaido, Japan, which opens up to a poetic and vast natural landscape. Bihoro Pass in Hokkaido, Japan, is known as a beautiful scenic spot where visitors can take in the majestic view of Lake Kusharo and the surrounding mountains and forests. At an altitude of over 500 meters, gently winding through the lush green mountainsides, with the famous stop Bihoro Toge, allowing visitors to gaze out over the immense Kusharo Lake, surrounded by the majestic Akan Mountains and a beautiful sea of clouds. Especially in winter when snow falls heavily, ice covers the roads, fog obscures visibility, and strong winds can easily cause cars to skid on steep, winding curves. Not only is it a stunning scenic spot in Hokkaido, but it is also a fascinating and challenging journey that leaves a lasting impression on visitors. From the scenic Bihoro Pass in Hokkaido, the journey continues to Romania's Transfăgărășan Highway, which is known as one of the most spectacular and dramatic roads in Europe. Amidst the majestic Carpathian Mountains, the Transfăgărășan Highway in Romania stands as an iconic structure, attracting visitors from all over the world. This road is nearly 150 kilometers long, winding through the Carpathian Mountains with hundreds of hairpin bends, towering slopes, and mountain tunnels. The road is notorious for its dangerous curves, steep slopes, and dense fog that obscures visibility. In winter, the cold fog covers the road, making it slippery, and many sections have to be closed because it is too risky. Transfăgărășan is Romania's majestic yet dangerous masterpiece, and if you have the chance to conquer it, drive slowly to fully enjoy its beauty while staying safe. In Norway, there is a famous road called Trollstigen, with 11 sharp turns, steep slopes, and dangerous cliffs that make anyone who sets foot on it shudder in amazement. And the road is full of 11 sharp hairpin bends, a gradient of nearly 9%, and a road surface narrow enough for only one car to pass. The road clings to the rugged Romsdalen mountainside, next to the 320-meter-high Stigfossen waterfall, creating a majestic and overwhelming scene. Trollstigen is dangerous because of its sharp turns, steep slopes, and narrow roads close to deep ravines. Fog and sudden rain make driving even more of a life-or-death challenge. But from another angle, Trollstigen appears like a beautiful picture with the majestic Romsdalen range, the white Stigfossen waterfall pouring from a height of hundreds of meters, and the lush green valley stretching below, both majestic and enchanting. Do you dare to conquer the snake-like curves of Trollstigen Road in Norway? Subscribe to the channel now to experience that thrill. If Trollstigen in Norway is dangerous among majestic mountains, then Kahekili Highway in Hawaii is creepy with a super narrow path along the cliff. Just one mistake, and you will fall into the deep sea. When it comes to famous dangerous roads in Hawaii, we cannot fail to mention the both charming and scary Kahekili Highway, with its narrow coastal path close to the cliffs. The narrow road is flanked by steep cliffs on one side and the deep blue sea on the other. The winding road has no guardrails, and visibility is often obscured by sharp turns, making driving a nerve-wracking ordeal. The danger of Kahekili lies in the narrow, unguarded road and sharp turns along the cliffs, where even the slightest mistake can send you plummeting into the deep sea. Amidst the dangers, Kahekili still offers stunning views of the blue ocean and majestic cliffs, creating a journey that is both terrifying and enchanting. From faraway Hawaii with its rugged coastal Kahekili Road, we come to Saudi Arabia, where the Al Hada Road is famous for its sharp turns winding between harsh desert mountains. Al Hada Road, one of the most impressive roads in Saudi Arabia, captivates visitors with its sharp mountain curves and views of the vast desert. There are dozens of sharp turns winding along the high mountain slopes, with steep slopes and spectacular views. The road is illuminated at night, creating a shimmering strip of light in the middle of the arid desert, both beautiful and challenging for drivers. The danger of Al Hada lies in the consecutive sharp turns at high altitudes, where the car can easily lose control if lacking experience. Amidst the dangers, Al Hada still captivates visitors with its majestic mountain scenery combined with the immense desert, creating a picture that is both fierce and beautiful. From the harsh Al Hada desert, the journey continues to the French Alps with the majestic but dangerous Couturini route between snowy mountains and deep ravines. Couturini Road in the French Alps is a dangerous mountain road with steep, winding curves that hug the snow-capped mountainside and look down into deep abysses. Featured with winding, sharp turns, narrow road surface along snowy cliffs. One side is vertical rock slope, the other side is deep. In winter, the snow and ice cover the area, making it slippery for vehicles, making it a tough challenge for all drivers. Despite the dangers, Cuterini is still fascinated by the majestic alpine scenery, where white clouds, cliffs, and deep valleys blend into a breathtaking picture. Known as the longest and most dangerous route in the country, stretching over 4,300 kilometers, connecting many major cities but full of dangerous curves and lurking accidents. The longest road in Brazil, more than 4,300 kilometers, passes through many mountainous and urban areas. The road is narrow, has many sharp turns, and is often used by heavy trucks, making it known as the Road of Death, with many accidents. BR-116 is an extremely dangerous route, with many sharp turns, narrow roads, dense trucks, and dangerous accidents. Along the BR-116, the scenery changes constantly from lush green forests, rugged mountain ranges to bustling urban areas, creating a picture that is both majestic and full of tension. Do you think this road is really too dangerous? Leave a comment below to share your feelings. Famous as the most dangerous road on the planet with a narrow, steep road, one side is a cliff and the other side is a deep abyss, making anyone who witnesses it overwhelmed by the danger of this road. The shot from above, the car rolling precariously on this road is extremely dangerous. Just one mistake will cause disaster. He cycled on the death road, testing his courage. Please don't be foolish enough to follow. Just one mistake can cost you your life. The Guoliang Tunnel in Henan, China, was carved out by villagers in 1972. More than 1 kilometer long, narrow, and precarious, it is both a miracle and one of the most dangerous roads in the world. Trust me, you will never want to step into this tunnel. The darkness is cold. The cliff is close. Every step makes your heart squeeze with extreme fear. The James Dalton Highway in Alaska is a treacherous, icy, slippery, truck-filled road that is a gamble with death. You will have to be extra careful with the curves on this road. Driving on the Dalton Hall Road is extremely dangerous. The road is long, wild, and full of curves. Just one small mistake can cost your life. Drizzle and thick fog covered the Riverside Road, making visibility blurry and the journey treacherous. From above, the majestic view of the mountains appeared terrifying, covering the narrow and steep road, making anyone who saw it shudder with fear. In winter, Skipper's Canyon becomes more terrifying than ever. He drove between the narrow road that clung to the cliff and the deep abyss. Every meter he passed was a life and death struggle. Heart-stopping every second, because this car was driving on the rocky and potentially dangerous Jojila Pass. Look! That yellow car is recklessly rolling on the Jojila Pass that just had a landslide. Every meter of the road is lurking with danger. The trucks slowly rolled on the dangerous pass, wishing the drivers good health and steady hands to get through safely. Fairy Meadows Road in winter, narrow and steep on the cliffside, every turn fraught with deadly danger. This group of people were leisurely exploring the dangerous Fairy Meadows path, walking confidently without showing any fear. From the driver's perspective, the Karakoram Highway is narrow and treacherous, with steep mountains on one side and a deep haunting abyss on the other. At first glance, this road looks dangerous, but it is actually quite safe if you drive carefully and follow the rules. The car on the Karakoram Highway entered the dark and cold tunnel, the sound of the engine echoing, creating a feeling of horror and danger. This unique and dangerous road only appears at low tide and can quickly become submerged in water. And if you had the chance to experience driving on the Karakoram Road, would you dare? Leave your answer in the comments below. Passage du Gois seen from above, many reckless vehicles defied the ban and got stuck in the middle of dangerous waters. The car fell into the death trap of Passage du Gois. Too bad the cameraman was so busy filming that he didn't bother to help. Qinmen Mountain Road in China, narrow and winding, covered in thick fog, making visibility limited and the danger multiplied. Oh my God! From the driver's seat on the Tiananmen Square 99 road, every steep turn is breathtakingly terrifying. Baybird of Yolu, Turkey's most challenging road, winds dangerously between high mountains and deep ravines, where every stretch is a life-or-death challenge. This guy is really brave to venture out alone to explore this dangerous and creepy road. In Korea, this road is often mentioned because of the danger. If you don't time the tide right, you might get stuck in the middle of the sea. From afar, the road is just a thin strip of land between the blue sea and the golden sunshine, enchantingly beautiful but terrifying because it is so dangerous. At night, the road is immersed in darkness, with the deep black sea on both sides. Driving here is like walking on the edge of death. One of the most dangerous mountain passes in Germany, Switzerland, located in the Alps. The winding road winds through high mountains, with more than 40 sharp turns close to the edge of the cliff. Driving on Clausen Pass, Switzerland, the snow-capped mountains and high, rugged cliffs appear, a scene that is both majestic and chillingly creepy. Kardung La, Ladakh, where drivers conquer the breathtaking heights and the biting cold of the Himalayas. But when leaving that harsh land, we arrive in Switzerland, where the Clausen Pass road winds through mountains and lush green valleys, presenting a completely different challenge. Ma Pi Leng Pass, Ha Giang, one of the 4 great mountain passes of Vietnam, is known as the king of the northern passes. Located at an altitude of over 1,200 meters, Happiness Road follows a rugged cliff, with steep cat-ear rocks on one side. On one side is a deep abyss, where the emerald green Nyo Ke River winds like a silk strip winding mountain pass. Many sections the tight sleeves make even the most experienced drivers sweat. The fog was thick. Visibility was only a few meters. The feeling of the heart pounding as each wheel gripped the edge of the cliff. It is this danger that has turned Ma Pi Lung into a majestic and legendary natural picture that challenges human mettle. If Ma Pi Leng Pass makes us shiver before the deep abyss, Bayi Road in Tibet challenges us with its altitude and harsh climate. The Tibet Road is considered one of the most dangerous roads in Asia. Located at an altitude of over 4,000 meters, this road passes through snow-capped mountains, winding mountain passes, and remote valleys. The harsh climate with thin air can easily cause dizziness. Snowstorms and landslides often occur. The road is narrow, with many sections close to deep ravines, making it only take a second of carelessness for a driver to face danger. In winter, the wheels easily slip on the ice. In the rainy season, rocks and soil falling from the cliffs add to the horror. However, the scenery here is still overwhelming, with green forests, white clouds, and the majestic Himalayas, a breathtaking beauty amidst the harshness. From the grandeur of the Tibet Autonomous Region, we move on to the modernity of the A12 connecting The Hague, Utrecht, and Germany. The A12 is a highway connecting The Hague, Den Haag, through Utrecht and bordering Germany, considered one of the main traffic arteries of the Netherlands. This road stretches through many green suburbs, interspersed with ancient villages and characteristic flat fields. From The Hague, the modern A12, with its glass buildings, gradually gives way to peaceful Utrecht, where bridges reflect the poetic river. To the east, the A12 acts as a corridor connecting the Netherlands with Germany, both facilitating trade and attracting road travelers. From modern, straight roads like the A12 inches Europe, the journey takes us to Nepal, where the Siddhartha Highway winds through the mountains and forests, encompassing both majestic beauty and dangerous challenges. Would you like to experience this exciting journey on the A12 route? Leave a comment below. About 182 kilometers long, connecting Siddharthanagar on the India-Nepal border to the city of Pokhara, crossing many terrains from the Terai Plains to rugged mountain slopes. The route passes through Butwal, Tansen, Waling, Xiangjia with over 30 bridges, including the major bridge over the Kali Gandaki River at Ramdi. This is an important traffic axis of western Nepal, serving both the transportation of agricultural products and the access to famous tourist destinations. However, steep turns, narrow roads, and the risk of rockfalls make the journey challenging, turning the Siddhartha Highway into a dangerous yet majestic road.